Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So if you haven't subscribed, please do so. I really want to be a contribution to you in allowing you to become more educated about nutrition, and I really want to provide to you tips to save, be able to plan your meals and save hundreds of dollars at the grocery store, especially during this time of quarantine when some of us may not be as financially stable as we'd like to be. I actually haven't done the research yet, but I want to do a 7-day meal plan for everyone. I'll walk you through the research and planning process, and I'll try to keep it below $100. So in 7 days, so that's about $10 or $15 a day. And following my method, you can save hundreds of dollars a month at the grocery store and eat healthy and tasty because we don't want to compromise palatability. So let's just have a quick look in the fridge to see what items we have to give us some ideas about how to prepare for the future with spending minimal money. I have veganese left over, soybean paste and curry paste. I also have a lot of soy sauce, lemon juice, mustard, ketchup, and a lot of pasta sauce. There's also a bit of hoisin sauce and liquid smoke and a lot of different kinds of barbecue sauce here. Also in the freezer, we prepared some beans a couple weeks ago for chili, so this is a good staple here, just to give me some ideas about what I want to make. We also have this mixed vegetable thing that doesn't really look very appetizing. That's probably why it's still there. Also, we have a lot of mixed berries from when they're on sale for $3 a package. There's also a lot of, I don't know if you can see it, but spinach and kale there, so I'll keep that in mind when looking for cheaper dishes. We have a lot of spices, so that's just a few, and I'm gonna just make a mental note of those when I go to research my recipes. There's also sesame seeds here, which became a new favorite of mine. There's also a bean medley here. I'm kind of running out of stuff at this point. And also a lot more barbecue sauce and pasta sauce here. And up here we have our nutritional yeast, of course, and then our Italian sauce or Italian seasoning. So I'm just using the Loblaws website here to plan meals for the next week because Loblaws is somewhat close to me, and I used it before, and it's an easy website to use. So first of all, I want to go back here and I want to show you my calendar. So I actually leave space to plan my meals. So one thing you can do to really step up your life to the next level is to plan times to plan. That is really effective because you don't end up lying to yourself for what you have to do. So therefore, you're more likely to carry through on what you have to do. And this is important, and you may not think that you actually lie to yourself, but I guarantee that you somewhat do. And maybe it's not a lie, or maybe it is, depending on what the word lie means to you, but it's basically better to make your plans from being grounded in reality rather than what you think you have to do. So really looking at what you have to do, the bare details, and planning it that way rather than what you think you have to do. So that's why I do this, and I do it for all my studying too. I plan my study for accounting for the next 13 days because I have an exam on the 24th. So I made up this doc here. So I've already looked at the food already in the house, and this is the cheap food I got from just doing a little bit of research into Loblaws. So I basically went to the Loblaws website and I just searched for products. I just searched for vegetables because I want some fresh stuff for the week. I just don't want to spend a lot of money on it right now. Then you can search low to high, and then this basically brings you to all the veggies that are cheaper. Like this is 37 cents a carrot. That's pretty good. Long beans are on the cheaper side. Then there's corn, and I'll just show you quickly what I found acceptable for myself to be eating for the week, and my boyfriend to be eating as well, because I know there's stuff that he doesn't like. So I've basically found the cheaper items are green onions, Brussels sprouts, red potatoes, vine tomatoes, ginger, garlic, chickpeas, oyster mushrooms, long beans, and green onions. So I'll just take you through how I would plan this with this, just to make the best use of my money and my time. So I went ahead here and done the rest of the research. I researched 7 recipes here. Actually 8, because one of them is a sauce for the green pancakes. And I just added to my list of cheap foods because we know tofu and sunflower seeds are also cheap, as well as, so just to take you through the recipes that I've discovered here. So I wanted something with chickpeas, so I searched chickpea curry, and this is by BBC Good Food, John Gregg, and it's really easy. It has all the spices that I have here. Also tomato puree, which is canned. It's really cheap to buy. Then we have chickpeas and chopped tomatoes. So they were all on my cheap list. Then right here, long beans are very cheap. So you can buy a pound of them for like a couple dollars. So here, obviously, I wouldn't put in the oyster sauce because I'm vegan. And I won't put in oil either because I don't cook with oil. I cook with small amounts of water or broth. So there's Chinese long beans, minced garlic that's fried first, and soy sauce. I also found this, and this is like not really that common for a more like Western Caucasian person to make, but it's Persian herb stew. And I really like this because you can get a lot of vegetables in at once, so it's very, very healthy, and all the vegetables are herbs, so they offer different things than standard greens. So here, this is a meat recipe, so it would obviously omit anything meat related here. I use dry parsley for the parsley component, and I use a bunch of spinach that's frozen, and then I can put my kidney beans in here and make the stew. And obviously I don't have Persian limes. I don't know where to get dried limes too, so I'm just going to use a lot of lemon. It won't taste quite the same, but it'll still have that nice sour taste that is necessary. And fenugreek leaves. Last time I made this, I put in dried fenugreek, and that's probably not the way to do it at all, traditionally Persian, but it seemed to taste good. And this one is from New York Times Cooking. What is it? It is spinach, tofu, and sesame stir fry. So looks really good here. Someone made spinach and sesame seed stir fry by itself from a potluck before, and it was really great. So for this one, it looks like you roast a bunch of toasted sesame seeds, or a bunch of sesame seeds, to toast them yourself at the bottom of the pan, and then when they start to break open and become fragrant, you put the other ingredients like spinach and the tofu as well. But I'll go through that later. This is just for shopping purposes right now. I also found this recipe by Simple Veganista that I'm really excited about. It looks really, really great. So oyster mushrooms are on sale at Loblaws, so I decided to go with those and make this awesome fettuccine here. For the cream, cashews are required here. If I cannot find cheap cashews, I will go with sunflower seeds once again. I just put it in the blender with equal parts water or more, and then blend to it's about a cream consistency. And it looks like they just use a bit of lemon juice here. Also, I do have frozen peas, I believe, in the freezer, so that is useful there. Parsley I don't have. I only have fresh basil as a plant, but I do have dried parsley. And everything else is pretty good except the oil. I don't cook with oil, so I'll water fry everything by putting a tablespoon of water or broth in every like 2 or 3 minutes or so as I'm frying. This one is by I Love Vegan. It's a roasted potato and veggie power bowl. So it has all inexpensive ingredients here. It has red potatoes, which are pretty cheap. It also has carrots, spinach, I believe, and chickpeas. I won't buy the zucchini unless it's on sale. But that's okay. I think it's still going to taste good anyway. And here's just some information about how to make it. It has hummus here. It looks like a more liquidy hummus. Yeah, one tablespoon of hummus, 1 tablespoon of tahini, and then it's watered down with some lemon juice. That looks great. It looks like it's going to be quite sour, and obviously I'm going to omit the oil. Great, so there you have it, a 7-day meal plan that is probably less than $10 a day for dinners, and it can definitely feed 2 people, and you can make batch amounts of these foods to have them for lunch the next day as well. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. I would really appreciate it.